Alright guys, so today we're going to put together a very simple hot chocolate bar here in my kitchen, and then we're also going to decorate my table for Christmas. So stay tuned.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion.
Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I want to welcome you here to Carry Grace. Okay, so it is December and there are just lots of little Christmas projects that I have been wanting to do. One of the main things I've been wanting to do is put together a hot chocolate bar for my kids. My youngest is super into hot chocolate, which I can't blame him for that. And so I really kind of want to get everything together on the counter because it's something that he gets into a lot. So there's no reason for it to be in the cabinet. And then I also want to play around with decorating my table for Christmas Eve. I found something at Marshall's, so I'll show that to y'all, but I'm gonna turn the camera around. You can see I've already cleared off my counter, and then I've kind of just corralled things that I think I'm gonna be using. But first I wanna just wipe down all the tile on my backsplash and wipe the counter down real good so that everything is nice and clean before we put things on there. To clean my backsplash, I typically just use either a wet microfiber cloth or my dish rag or something like that. And then I use an e-cloth polishing cloth to wipe it dry. That keeps it from having any kind of fingerprints. This tile is super glossy, and if you're not careful, you can have like smudges and things like that. In case you're wondering, the basket and stuff that I had there, I decided to move it for now. I actually have another idea that y'all see in another video of what I am doing with it, but I got this all cleared off, so let's make sure it's nice and clean. And then before we do that though, let me show you what I've got. I found this canister at Walmart. I want to say it was like $4. And then I have got this glass Christmas tree. This belonged to my mother. Just got some candies dumped into a bowl. When I was in Marshall's, I found these hot chocolate spoons. So I thought these would be fun. And then I just pulled out my sugar and creamer from my dish set. I thought we might use those for something. And then the biggest purchase that I made is really just this tree mug. When I pulled out all of my Christmas mugs, I realized that I didn't have a lot of room in my cabinet. And I also thought it would be super fun to have them on the counter. So I found this on Amazon, so I'll link that in my Amazon storefront if it's something you guys are interested in. I also have my blue plate. This is just my cake plate. A lot of times I use this to just kind of get some height. And then these are the plates. This is for something separate. These are the plates that I found at Marshall's, and I'm going to use these to decorate my table for Christmas Eve. And then I also have this ribbon. This ribbon is something that I picked up this summer. I was going to use it for a wreath, but I decided I'm going to use it on my table. So let's clean off my counter and then see if we can put together just a real simple hot chocolate bar.
Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas.
All right, so I already kind of played around with my mugs. I don't have enough Christmas mugs to fill it up. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it kind of in this corner so that I can kind of put the back, like where there's no mugs, kind of in this corner. And then I'm gonna use this space for coffee stuff. And then that will still give me plenty of prep space in between. That way, I just feel like it's gonna give me a better workflow. So let's try that.
But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the Sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Dance, dance, now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the Sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas.
All right, so I think I like it like this. I don't like to have my counters super full of stuff. I mean, I like to have, you know, a few things, like I've got my recipes and utensils here. I like this. I like that it kind of spreads the color around and everything isn't just like jumbled up right here. And then I like that this is just nice and simple. It's not a ton of stuff. I really wanted to have these like in a bowl or another container, but it really just wouldn't fit. So I ended up just doing the little spoons here. Got my marshmallow tree here. I put the peppermints right here. These are just peppermint kisses. We like to put those in hot chocolate. And then this canister just has packets of hot cocoa. So nice and simple. And my kids are gonna think these are so fun. Now, I realized once I opened these how easy these would be to make on a budget. It would be so easy to just grab some white plastic spoons, actually clear spoons, any kind of just, you know, plastic disposable spoon. Dip it in meltable chocolate, like the kind that you just put in the microwave. Dip them in there, sprinkle them with sprinkles, and that would be it. And it would be super inexpensive. These, there were 6 of them, and I think I paid $5.99 for them at Marshall's. So seriously, you could make these and they would be just as cute, if not cuter. You could wrap them if you wanted to, but you wouldn't have to if it's just your family. But it would be a super easy project. All right, so these are my blue willow plates. And I have always thought that the Spode Christmas tree plates were so pretty with this. I found these for $5.99 a piece at Marshall's. Look how pretty and classic that is. And I knew I wanted another way to kind of dress up our table. Now, we don't host anything for Christmas. We were actually talking about our Christmas traditions with our kids the other night. And y'all, they had us rolling. But apparently our only real Christmas tradition that we do every single Christmas, other than getting the kids up in the morning to read the Christmas story all on our bed before we open stockings, is to make Christmas cookies that are terrible. And like, apparently it's this huge ordeal. To hear my kids talk about it, I had mentioned like changing up what we were doing for Christmas cookies this year, and my kids had some serious opinions about it. So apparently my kid, like, we usually just make Christmas cookies that we just roll out like sugar cookies, and then my youngest sprinkles on them. But I have all of my mom's cookie cutters, so he likes to cut them out. That is something that we have done for years and years and years. We started it when he was very little because it was something that he could do and it wasn't complicated. But apparently it always turns into this fiasco. My kids said that Daddy is usually upset rolling the stuff out. I end up crying. There's sprinkles everywhere. Somebody always breaks the snowman. So anyway, we don't have a lot of Christmas traditions, but one thing that we have done a few times is a fancy Christmas Eve dinner just for the 4 of us. So I thought that we would do that again this year. That's the reason that I wanted to set the table and make it nice and fancy. We used to use my mom's Christmas china, but I actually don't have that anymore. I passed it on to one of my cousins because while it was beautiful and pretty and special, it's just not my taste. And I only had so much room for so many things when we moved. So anyway, that's kind of the reason I wanted to do this. But I'm going to show you first the things that are on my table like during the week. I'm going to show you where they actually land. I moved my centerpiece and chargers and napkins to this corner before I went out of town a couple weeks ago because I knew they would be in my kids' way. And here they sit. They have not been moved back to the table. So we're going to put everything back on the table. And my kids, we homeschool, and this stuff is normally like in their way. So this table will not stay like this, but we're going to set it so that I can get a feel for it and see if there's anything else that I need for Christmas. The other thing is I'm going to use this ribbon to make some napkin rings. My napkin rings are silver, like a kind of a hammered silver, and I don't think I like them with the gold chargers. So we're going to see if we can use this to come up with something a little better.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you, so I'm letting go.
I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but just in case, I want to make sure you guys know that I will wash these plates and remove the stickers and then wash the big plates before we actually use them. But today I just wanted to make sure that I like the way everything looked and all of that kind of thing.
Of everything but you, these are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the...
My original plan was just to cut the ribbon and then tie kind of like a knot or kind of bow around the napkin and just keep it super simple. But here in a few minutes you will see that I ended up changing it up. I just didn't really care for the way it looked. But I did cut 4 strips. They were the same length and I was still able to use the same thing. What I ended up doing is wrapping the ribbon around the ring. The ribbon has a wire in it, so it was super easy to just kind of bend it and then wrap it. And I ended up being so happy with the way that turned out. So sometimes you don't get it right the first time, but you can tweak it or change it and make it work.
Lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you.
All right, so this is done. So happy with how it turned out. Not gonna do any more, I'm not gonna do a tablecloth or a runner. It's just gonna be the 4 of us. I think this is fancy enough. I just need to add some silverware and glasses. And now our table is all ready for Christmas Eve dinner. I also wanted to show you that I spruced this table up a little bit. I did not purchase anything for this. I kind of just really moved some things around, brainstormed a little bit. It's still not perfect, but it is so much better than it was when I showed it in the first video. Just moved some things around. I used one of my napkins to wrap the burlap on that tree. These napkins are from Hearth and Hand, I think. I know they're Target. I got them on clearance one year for super, super cheap. And then I brought some red books in And I had that in my kitchen, but I decided there was a lot in my kitchen, so I brought it out here. And then I also brought in my grandmother's ornaments and things like that. So anyway, again, not perfect. This is an area that I really want to focus on next year, but so much better. All right, so my stockings, the stocking holders came in, so I wanted to show those to you real quick. I found these on Amazon. I will have them linked. The reason I like these is because you can flip the hook around either way. So the ones I had, they would not work right here. So I had to find something different. But I also found these little letters. They're just like a chipboard. They're pretty cheap. They were only like $1 and some change at Walmart. I didn't really find any gold ones that I liked, so I just grabbed those. And so now this is all done. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I just wanted to give you a little bit of inspiration in case you are still decorating your house for Christmas. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can gather things around your house. If you find something that really is going to make your table just right with Christmas tree plates or something like that, grab them. Pick them up at the store, but don't spend a lot of money. I found these at a major discount by getting them at Marshall's. And then like the coffee mug tree, that's something I can use all year round. So I didn't feel bad about spending money on that. And then I just got a few little things, and it wasn't that much, but I feel like it really made things look special for my kids, and they are really gonna enjoy these things. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, please consider subscribing down below, and I will see you guys soon.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas